live from the Maybelline, New York Sound Studio.
Hey, yo, what up? I'm Josh Martinez inside of our Maybelline, New York Sound Studio with our guests, Boys Like Girls.
Hello, everyone.
Top down in the summer sun, the day we met was like a hit and run, and I still taste it on my tongue. The sky was burning up like fireworks. It made me want shit, was so bad it hurt. But girl, in case you haven't heard, oh, hey! I used to be love drunk, but now I'm hungover. I love you forever, forever is over. We used to kiss all night, now it's just a bar fight. Don't call me crying, say hello to goodbye. It's just one step would make me sick. I used to be love drunk, now I'm hungover. I love you forever, but now it's over. Hot sweat and blurry eyes, we're spinning around a roller coaster ride. The world is stuck in black and white. That's right. You drove me crazy every time we touch. Now I'm so broken that I can't get up. Oh girl, you make me such a love. Okay, I used to be love drunk, but now I'm hungover. I love you forever, forever is over. We used to kiss all night, now it's just a bar fight. Don't call me crying, say hello to goodbye. It's just one step wouldn't make me sick. I used to be love drunk, now I'm hungover. I love you forever, and now all the time we're wasting on you, all the bullshit you're putting me through. I'm checking in a rehab, it's everything that we had, didn't mean a thing to you. I used to be love drunk, now I'm hungover. I love you forever, but now I'm sober. I used to be love drunk, now I'm hungover. I love you forever, forever is over. We used to kiss all night, it's just a bar fight. Don't call me crying, say hello to goodbye. It's just one step would make me sick. I used to be love drunk, now I'm hungover. Love you forever, but now it's over. It's over.
Thank you. Whew. Ooh, I stayed in. Almost.
Ready for you. Yeah.
All right.
Got my hands in my pocket, head in the cloud. This is how I do when I think about you. Never thought that you could break me bound. I keep a sinister smile, holding my heart. You wanna get inside, then you can get in line, but not this time. You caught me off guard, and now I'm running and screaming. I feel like a hero, and you are my one. Up. Won't try to philosophize it is. Take a deep breath and look in your eyes. This is how I feel, and it's so surreal. Okay, I got a closet filled up to the brim with the ghosts of my past and the skeletons, and I don't know why you'd even try. I won't lie. You caught me off guard. Now I'm running and screaming. I feel like a hero, and you are my hero. Well, do you know that your love is the sweetest sin? I feel weakness coming on. Never felt so good to be so wrong. I had my heart on lockdown, and then you turned me around. I feel like a newborn child every time I get a chance to hear you smile. It's not complicated. I was so jaded. I feel like a hero, and you are my one. Do you know that your love is the sweetest sin? I feel like a hero, and you are my one. Do you know that your love is the sweetest sin? Thank you. So we're doing a 20-year tour of recorded music from the last 20 years. And celebrating it, we played the Brooklyn Paramount a couple days ago. We're basically playing our Love Drunk record front to back, and then our self-titled front to back on this tour, which is like 2 hours of music. And it's a trip playing these songs live, like basically going back in time and playing them in track list order as they were recorded. 2 days a winding road that's taken me to places that I didn't want to go. Whoa. Today in the blink of an eye, holding on to something and I do not know why. I tried to read between the lines, tried to look in your eyes. I want a simple explanation, what I'm feeling. Gotta find a way out. Well, maybe there's a way out. Your voice was the soundtrack of my summer. Do you know you're like any other? You'll always be my thunder, and I say your eyes are the brightest of all the colors. I don't wanna ever love another. You'll always be my thunder, so bang on the rain, bring on the thunder. Today's a winding road. Tell me where to start and tell me something I don't know. Yeah, whoa. Today I'm on my own. I can't move a muscle and I can't pick up the phone. I don't know. And I will meet you through the tall grass, longing through the breeze. I need to step outside, see if I can breathe. And there's a way out. Maybe there's a way out. Your voice was the soundtrack of my summer. Tonight, like any other, you'll always be my thunder. I'll say, your eyes are the brightest of all the colors, and I don't wanna help you laughing at there. Always be my thunder, we're so bright on the rain. Yeah, I'm walking on a tightrope, I'm wrapped up in vines. I think we'll make it out, you just gotta give me time. Strike me down with lightning, let me feel you in my veins. Wanna let you know how much I feel your pain. Today's a winding road. It's taking me to places that I didn't want to go. Whoa. Your face was the soundtrack of my summer. Tonight, like any other, you'll always be my thunder. And I said, your eyes are the brightest of all the colors. Don't wanna help you laughing at her. You'll always be my thunder, so bright on the rain. Oh baby, baby, on the bed. Listen to the thunder. Yeah, 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 yeah. 2023, we put out some new music. It's feels like a lifetime ago, playing basically nothing recorded after 2008 and a half. We're gonna play one today. Album is called Sunday at Foxwoods. Just a little north of here, you'll find a casino by that name. I'm still hung upon a younger love. Hey, something good and fuck it up. Oh, I was just too drunk to fight for us that morning. Oh yes, you left just like you said you'd leave. Yeah, 'cause you got tired of me being me. Oh, I'm still not better than I used to be. At least I'm honest. I need somebody, I wish you were somebody. I don't need just anybody, need somebody like you, yeah. I need somebody, come back, be it somebody, but parallel to my body, somebody like you. How do I get you out tonight? I need a miracle. How did I let you out tonight? Can't balance the chemicals and I'm falling. 'Cause on yourself I'm not calling, but I want to tell. And how do I get you out tonight? I need a miracle. You show up when my eyes are closed, oh yeah. I wake up and I'm still alone, oh. See all the energy and time I've blown, just standing in my room staring at the wall. Think about the things I've done and now I need somebody. Wish you were somebody. Don't need just anybody, need somebody like you. And yeah, I need somebody, come back and be it somebody. Parallel to my body, somebody like you. How do I get you out tonight? I need a miracle. How did I get? Can't balance the chemicals and I'm falling. Cause they say I'm not calling, but I want to say, and how do I get you? How did I get? I need a miracle. I need a miracle. Alright, Lionheart. I need somebody, I wish you would be somebody. I don't need just anybody, need somebody like you, yeah. I need somebody, come back and be somebody. Paralyzed through my body, yeah, somebody like you. And how do I get you out of night? Yeah, well, I need a miracle. How did I let you out of night? See, it's so hard to balance the chemicals. And I'm falling, cause I need to say I'm not calling it, but I want to tell. And how do I get you out of my head? I need a miracle. I need a miracle. I need a miracle.
Nice. All right, so the vital question, and the internet will think this is the internet will be convinced that this was staged. But you guys just walked in. The vital question here, and I haven't done this in a really long time, maybe since '09. Does anybody know Taylor's part? Pink hair knows it, yeah? You know it. I remember every look upon your face, the way you roll your eyes, the way you taste. You make it hard for breathing. He knows it. That's not gonna work out. Come on, honey bear. You know it? You know it? Can you sing it in your OG key? I remember every look on your face. And I go, look in your eyes. I'll stare in your eyes. And then you go to the harmony. Yeah, dude. No, hold on. Will you come up verse 2? You'll come up verse 2. You'll come up verse 2. So you sit next to her and then you'll come up verse 2. David. Okay. Yeah. How do you want to be introduced? I know. David. What? David. Just David. So David Swift. David. The whole internet will now know you as David Swift. I trust you. Okay, hold on. We're gonna rehearse it, okay? Okay. So I'm coming out of chorus 1, right? It's like 2 is better than 1. Then your Taylor's part. I remember every look. Yeah. Go. I remember every look upon your face. With the way you roll your eyes, to hear the way you taste, you make it hard to breathe in. And then back to you. You sing the high part. Okay. When I close my eyes. When I close my eyes, it drifts away. I think you and everything's okay. Finally now believe it. Yeah. And then sing the lead. Maybe it's true. I can't let this kiss. I loved you. And maybe it's true. It's better than one. Stay high. There's so much time. Figure out the rest of my life, and you already got me going undone. Perfect. And I'm thinking too, it's better than what I go. David Swift, everyone! That's it. Here's what I say. Sing that shit, kid! When I go to the harmony, just ignore it. You know the melody. Stay on it. I'm watching you drop down to my parts of it. And then belt that. I can't live without you. Maybe two. It's better than one. And you'll hear me down here. It's better than one. Don't follow me. I'm going up. You stay. You sing Taylor's part. Okay? David Swift.
I just want to make sure it's okay in front of my boss. I'm getting high in the boss. Like that's what I.
Do you need a rider items? Do you need anything? You need some water, vocal spray, need a cocktail?
No.
Let's get this.
Oh my god. No.
You need a nasal spray?
No.
Is we good?
Oh my god.
Very clearly unrehearsed. You see it. Yeah, this is good. No, you singing Jamel's mic, baby. Come on now.
Right here.
I'm gonna stare right down the pipe, dude. Come on.
How tall are you?
Hey, give me a little height.
sec.
Give me a little height. Give me a little height. Give me a little height.
6'1", that's like right here, I think.
Yeah, match mine. Yeah, good. Give me a little daddy lean. You know what I mean? Like a little.
6'1", dude, damn.
All right.
I remember what you wore on the first day you came into my life, and I thought, hey, this could be something. 'Cause everything you do and words you say, you know that it'll take my breath away. Now I'm left with nothing. Maybe it's true, I can't live without you. And maybe two is better than one. And there's so much time to figure out the rest of my life, and you've already got me coming under. I'm thinking two is better than one. iHeartRadio, your very own David Swift to the stage. Once again, this was not rehearsed. It's
Not rehearsed.
It's up here. I remember. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh.
I remember every look upon your face.
Well, the way you roll your eyes, the way you taste, you make it hard for breathing. When I close my eyes.
Got you. 'Cause when I close my eyes and drift away, I think of you and everything's okay. And finally now believing
David Swift, baby.
maybe it's true. I can't live without you. And maybe two is better than one. There's so much time to figure out the rest of my life, and you've already got me going undone. And I'm thinking two is better than one.
iHeartRadio. It's David Swift. Thank you, beautiful. Appreciate
I remember what you wore on the first day, a little pink sweater, and you came on stage. Maybe it's true, I can't live without you. Maybe two is better than one. And there's so much time to figure out the rest of my life, and you've already got me coming under. I'm thinking two is better than one. Two is better than one.
I heard one more
more time. For your one and only David Swift. Two is better than one.
Beautiful.
All right, now that we've woken the lounge right up, the Maybelline New York Lounge, let's send it off. Yeah, let's send it off. Get in it.
2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Paper bags and plastic cards, all our belongings in shopping carts. Goodbye. We got one more night. Let's get drunk and drive around and make peace with an empty town. We can make it right. All right. From it away, forget yesterday. We'll make the great escape. Don't be a word they say. They don't always anyway. Watch it burn, let it shine. 'Cause we are finally free tonight. Tonight will change our lives. It's so good to be by your side. And we'll cry, we won't give up the fight. We'll scream loud at the top of our lungs, and they'll think it's just 'cause we're young and we'll feel so alive. Okay. Throw it away, forget yesterday. We'll make the great escape. Won't hear a word they say. They don't always anyway. Watch it burn, let it die. As we are finally free tonight. All of the wasted time, the hours that we're left behind, the answers that we'll never find, they don't mean nothing tonight. Throw it away, forget yesterday. We'll make...
Oh, come on, don't be so corporate. Sing it. Won't hear what they... There we go. Louder. Alright.
Throw it away, forget yesterday. Make the great escape. Fear a word they said, and they don't always anywhere. That's right, watch it burn, let it die. 'Cause we are finally free tonight. Thank you again, iHeart. Thank you to Maybelline. We've been a band called Boys Like Girls from a place right up the street called Boston, Massachusetts. We'll see you next time we're in town, or a couple days in Jersey, right across the way. See you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
One more time, let's show some love to Boys Like Girls. So we asked a few listeners and fans to submit some questions, so we're going to start with those very quickly. David Swift from our performance earlier, who, by the way, was the one to get this whole ball rolling today. So for you to ask him to come on stage was a big deal. And I think he's probably crying in the back. He's crying. I'm not even kidding.
Thank you, David.
Yeah. He's crying in the back.
It's going to be eternalized. He's never going to have his last name again in this building.
He has to change his Instagram name right now.
I like that.
Yeah, he's already. That's why he's not in here. He's changing his Instagram name right now.
He's at the passport agency.
What do you guys think of the pop punk resurgence that has happened over the last few years?
I don't know. I don't know if it's a pop punk resurgence or if it's a people responding to the lack of substance in music, and so because it's you could argue it's like also like, Creed is back. You know what I mean? Like Godsmack is back. Like, you know what I mean? It's like it's basically like, I think the world that we came out of, like, alt rock in the mid 2000s was probably, and somebody in here can correct me if I'm wrong, but it was probably the last moment where music indicated culture. Music informed culture. Culture now informs music, and the algorithm informs music. And so, people are writing shorter and shorter songs. They're 2-minute songs because if the skip rate is too high, they're not going to get put on the playlist. And I just think at the end of the day, there's an emotional honesty that had to do with a time where, your friends were indicated by what type of music you listen to, your hairstyle, the cut of your pants. You know what I'm saying? And so I think there's a longing for that time. And so I don't know that it's a specific genre or if it's, to me, I think the world changed really dramatically in 2010. That decade change. It was a time where, radio shifted, Super 4 on the floor, guitars went away for a while. And they're back now, but they went away for a long time, arguably kind of like 9-10 years. And, music shifted into this kind of like, and it wasn't necessarily bad. I think the music of the 2010s, there's some amazing songs that came out of that time. Great producers, but it was led more by like the hit makers behind the scene than it was by the artist. And I transitioned into writing music for other artists during that time. So I I was a part of it and a part of the machine. But seeing it now and kind of post-pandemic world where people are a little bit more emotional, they're a little more nostalgic. And also, I think that people are craving a time where there was a tremendous amount of honesty in music, and not just honesty, but it was like, you're writing a song because you were writing a song. You weren't writing a song to fit on the correct playlist. And I just think at some point, people say, that's the ticket I'm going to buy. That's the ticket I'm going to buy. There was like interview with Noel Gallagher from Oasis about Nebworth, right? Where it's like, this was the last, it was like 96, right? And he's like, this is the last time that people congregated before the internet took over the world, right? So this was like, there's no distractions at all. Not even in their mind going home on their PC and, Googling whatever, right? And you can see it. I think the same thing holds true with, music that was released from 2000 to 2009, in regards to how much emotion is attached pre-social media.
So you mentioned social media, and obviously you guys are a band, a successful one at that, but at the end of the day, it's almost like you guys have your own entities through social media. You guys have your own pages, your own identities. How has social media evolved the band as a whole from when you guys started 20 years ago to nowadays, Greg?
Well, we didn't make an Instagram till when, like 2022 or something?
2021 is when we made an Instagram.
We
refused to do it.
Yeah. Even then, our Instagram is a little bit renegade. It's just like us smoking cigarettes and swearing at each other. It's not exactly, like a high performing, high numbers geared thing.
Well, you get guys that have all known each other for 20 plus years and have had running jokes for 20 plus years. So it's entertaining.
So when we were making our first record, we were adding fans one by one on MySpace. we had a copy and paste message, and I remember we would take turns. Like somebody would be recording their parts in the studio, and the other three members would be on our early Apple laptops, like our 2004 MacBook Airs or Pros or whatever they were called back then, going on genre bands fan pages. I think a big one was like Fall Out Boy, and Panic at the Disco had released an album a year before us, and I Paramore had released their album 2 years before ours. And so we would go on their pages and add their fans one by one and send them a specific message. And social stuff was so different. It was bloggy. There was this website called absolutepunk.net. Okay. And I remember that purevolume.com was the one for like unsigned bands and stuff, right? Like that was the Spotify. And if you could have like a hit, right, proverbial hit on purevolume.com, you were like, that was a huge dub. But their charts, like, it's just a different time. Their charts refreshed at midnight. Okay, so their chart wasn't like
It was daily.
It just refreshed at midnight, right? So it'd be stuck. This is like this is 2005. So, this is before our record came out. So we just it was unplanned. We were like, working on a record deal at the time. We hadn't been signed yet. And, we put out one singular song on Pure Volume, and somebody who picked it up on absolutepunk.net and basically wrote at 11:58 p.m., for fans of whatever band, check out Boys Like Girls. And we had one or two songs on Pure Volume, went number one on Pure Volume because it reset at midnight, and all this traffic from Amazon. I don't even know if we had the most streams of the day, but because all the traffic went over, by the time everybody woke up, they're like, what is this? What is this? Why is this number one? And the industry really responded, and we kind of just it was like jackpot. It was like hitting, the triple bar on the slot machine. We got that 11:58 post. I didn't really realize that until a couple days later. We were kind of cocky. We were like, yeah, we win number one. It's like I realized that their charts refreshed at midnight, and that was why. It was just like, the skies parted. It was meant to be.
How has the sound evolved for you guys, but still staying true to the music that you guys make, the music that the fans are used to as well over the last 2 decades plus?
When we made our most recent album, so much time had passed. We had spent essentially 12 years in the dark, and we went overseas as a little bit of like a soft launch. Like, would we want to make new music? We had so much fun overseas. It was so gratifying. Felt so great to perform, again together. And we got back, and it was like there kept being this question in the room, and the question was really funny. It was like, would Boys Like Girls do this move? Like this move, right? Would we do this move? And I remember we brought in this guy that I had ended up signing underneath me as a writer. Sweet kid, super talented, named Dannon, and the biggest piece of his involvement was like he grew up as a huge Boys Like Girls fan, and so we just kept asking him like, what would we do here? And he'd be like, you would do this thing, you know what I mean? And he would create these things in the machine that's like, I think that you're being too conservative about this move. You spend so long during that time unlearning putting guitars on everything, unlearning those sort of like mid-2000s slightly complicated drum parts, really simplifying it for the time. And then you're like, okay, I got to relearn all this stuff that made sense when I was a kid. I think that was important for us stepping back into our skin, but I think also I spoke so much about honesty in that first bit. And I think when artists try to fit in a box that was created for them, the fans or the listeners or even radio has made a genre-specific decision about who you are, and then you try to placate to that opinion, right? This perceived opinion, this idea of what you think people think you are, right? Which is just insecurity. I'm happy that we got that out of our system. I'm really excited for what comes next. We're all really proud of that record. I'm not making excuses for it. I think it's a great album, but I'm really excited to step into the studio and not ask the question, what would Boys Like Girls do? I think it's really appropriate. We're on this tour celebrating 20 years, playing our first 2 records front to back every single night. I'll tell you what we know at this point, like 15 shows deep. We know what Boys Like Girls would do in 2006. We know what we would do in 2009. They're 2 slightly different things. We would even know what we would do in 2011. So stepping in, I think it'll be slightly second nature, but we'll be doing it from a perspective of who are we now? What music do we want to make? Who cares about placating to anybody's idea of who we are? Let's just make something great. And if it relates, just like we did the first record, if people relate to it and they like it, when they like it when you like it. They like it when you believe it, right? And so it's like if you're making compromises based on what you think people want from you.
Because you're compromising the music at that point, to use that word that you just did.
Huge lesson to learn. Huge lesson.
So there's a lot of people in the room that have followed you guys for, like I said, 2 decades, and then there's some people in the room that may have discovered you through the Jonas Brothers tour.
Sure, yeah.
When it comes to, it's legit. People are laughing. I'm like, no, I literally had several.
It's a massive blessing, that tour. Massive blessing. Massive. Love those boys. Massive blessing.
So when it comes to touring now compared to 20 years ago, what is the biggest change for all 4 of you?
What do you think?
Gas prices.
Yeah.
Your lower back hurts for no reason.
Yeah. We have bottom line.
We have humidifiers in the bunk alley now and sound machines.
For us, I think, dude, 3 of us are clean and sober at this point. Sweet. We were not. You know what I'm saying? So it was we were full tilt boogie, we were keeping sort of 80s hair metal alive in 2008 and 9. You know what I mean? It was on, and I think even got a little diluted at some point, you know what I mean? We would be playing these successful radio ballads and smashing guitars on stage because we were just a little diluted, right? It's different, dude. We do breath work before going on stage, right? It's just a different thing.
I don't totally remember it, so it's I get to do it all over again, which is great.
It's a blessing.
It is.
So,
but there's also a gratitude thing. The first time you do it, you're a kid, right? You're 18 to 22 years old, and you're acting like you've been in the end zone before. So you're just strutting around super deep swagger, and you step away for long enough, and I think you feel like it was a dream, right? That all the people who supported your band would disappear, and then you're really confused about what it'll look like, and somebody slings the guitar over your neck, or you sling the guitar over your neck, and you step out there, and they're all kind of waiting for you to go on and play these songs. You're like, holy shit, you're still here, and there's an immense sense of gratitude, and that goes with that, and it's not lost on us, especially doing this tour that we're on now. It's not lost on us. People work really hard for that $50 ticket, the $58 ticket plus fees and everything, right? And they're making a choice to spend that hard-earned money to see a Boys Like Girls show. It's an honor and a privilege. And I didn't see it as a privilege before. I just saw it, I'm the man. Look at my leather jacket. I'm gonna spit on stage, whatever. It's different. I just I think we feel a lot of gratitude.
So let's have a little bit of fun.
Yeah.
You mentioned working at Hot Topic, landscaping. Do you guys all remember your first jobs, and what was it?
My first job was a paper route, and I used the money to buy my first drum set.
You still have it. You recorded the whole first
It's actually sitting, parts of it are sitting in Brooklyn, which I need to pick up. I've been sitting there for about 15 years in a recording studio.
So sick.
Ryan? Help.
I scooped ice cream. I scooped ice cream at a little C&L Frosty in Sherburne, Massachusetts.
My very first job, I think I was 14. I was the gate attendant at the town pool.
No, you really?
Oh yeah.
He didn't even know that. He's like, really? 27 years?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
It just entailed letting all my friends in, and in particular the other 7th graders I had a crush on, that sort of thing.
It was the summer where I was about to turn 14. So I was illegally employed. So I had to do it for a ski pass to a ski area in Maine called Saddleback. Which just came back. It's like a family kind of wood stove camp in a place called Rangeley, Maine. They were building a golf course. There was 5 holes that were open, and you would replay 4 of them to play 9. And I was manually picking rocks out of a future fairway with a hoe and like weed whacking for, I don't know, 6 weeks for a ski pass. That was my first job.
So I believe, Greg, you worked at a summer camp at one point in your life. Is that true?
In New Hampshire, yeah.
You did?
Yeah, for a little bit.
We
had a lot of odd jobs.
We have a camper of yours here in the room right now. Annie is her name. Annie, come up here.
Hi, how are you?
What?
Hello, Annie.
Wow.
Wait, was Greg your counselor?
No, but you did play at the talent show, and I do have an old photo of it.
Wow.
Yeah, if you want to see it.
Sure, amazing.
Crack it out, crack it out, crack
That's
it out.
awesome.
Crack it out.
And as you get the photo ready, most importantly, in your hand,
I brought an old camp shirt.
No way.
If you want to sign it,
I would
I'm
love
gonna donate
that.
it back to those guys.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Thank you. Yeah.
You're all welcome to sign it.
So they didn't let me be a counselor. They put me in the kitchen. They put me in the kitchen, and I like was whipping up eggs every morning. That's incredible.
I got kicked out of 2
Oh.
camps.
Do
my God.
you remember what Greg performed?
Girl Next Door.
Whoa.
Next door.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pop rock.
Remember the game Purple Nurple?
There he is.
Jesus.
Remember Purple Nurple, like Titty Twister? So we were like giving at my camp. We were giving each other titty twisters, and they thought that they were hickeys, and I got kicked out of the camp because they thought we were sucking on each other's.
Nurples.
We didn't do that at our camp, Martin.
Yeah.
That didn't happen at our
We're giving
camp.
each other purple
Holy crap.
nurples, dude. I tried to explain what a purple nurple was to this camp counselor. It was totally.
So good to see
Not
you.
to steal your moment. Not to steal your moment, Craig. Yeah.
So good to see you. Thank you.
There's no way I could follow up on Purple Nurple. So one more time, let's show some love to Boys Like Girls.
Pinky
Thank
stinky.
you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
To see more videos like this, check out iHeartRadio.com/Maybelline New York Sound Studio. And if you're posting on social, use the hashtag iHeartMaybelline.